Hello again, everyone. I hope you're all doing very well at this point in time. And I want to give you guys a nice update since the last one it was kind of on an upbeat note, but then the next day things went kind of down into the shitter. I did that little iPhone update and everything telling you that my computer went on the fritz. Ended up being the video card. We thought it was the processor, which was going to be like $700. Thankfully it was the video card, which was a whole lot cheaper. But I was without my computer for about 7 days. Dropped it off on Thursday, got it back next Wednesday, and let me tell you, that was just agonizing for someone who just like, one, I had an editing backlog of the Quantum Leap review and the featurette for the Beast with a Gun German release or whatnot, so I had all this stuff that I needed to get done, so dying to get done, and I couldn't do shit. I was just sitting here playing on my iPhone all day long, driving myself insane. And so eventually I got the computer back, got the Quantum Leap thing done, uploaded. But it's going to be at least a couple more days before I get another review or whatnot out. So I figure I'd drop you guys a little update here to kind of fill the gap between things. Let you know where things stand right now, especially with the commentary tracks. Because try to get some stuff put together this week, but the schedules of Trent and Steve are very much jammed up. Not aligning with my own freedom of schedule and everything. So it's going to be at least another week before we get another commentary recorded. And hopefully we'll get myself and Steve doing Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Because we're very much looking forward to it, because we're very much big fans of the film. I've heard some people are have a very negative reaction to New Nightmare, which will be an interesting thing for us to kind of touch on when we do our commentary, because recently I've heard a lot of people just say they feel it's a terrible film. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and not everyone's going to love the same things you love. That's what creates such a diversity in film circles, whatnot, but it'll be an interesting angle to kind of throw into the mix of our discussion there. But hopefully we'll get that all sorted out next week. Hopefully Trent and I will get together. We'll do like Above the Law and No Holds Barred, and just fill up the gaps here and there. That was kind of the idea initially, that one week I could do something with Steve, next week I could do something with Trent, but the schedules just haven't been working out as perfectly as I'd like them to. But we all have our obligations socially and work-related and professionally, so things just don't quite align as they should. But we'll get there eventually, and after New Nightmare, Steve and I are going to depart from the Elm Streets franchise. There's been some talk of doing Friday the 13th stuff, because I guess someone suggested on the comments. Steve said in the comments that he would be very much up for that. I'm up for it too. I got the entire franchise. Only on DVD though. Didn't feel like there was a need to upgrade up to the Blu-Rays for Friday the 13th. One, the box set really doesn't quite give you everything. There's still omissions and everything, like there's no unrated cut of Jason Goes to Hell, and there's a couple of special features here and there lost, or the fact of the matter is I already have all the special features I probably need from having the original box set and a bunch of the deluxe edition DVDs. So it's a very narrow thing for me to need to upgrade for any type of reason. And regardless of that, so I'm very much up for doing a Friday the 13th commentaries. I figured maybe we could do like the first 4 or whatnot, and take a break off to something else, because there's a lot of films, obviously, even more than Elm Street. It'd be nice to kind of break it up and not do the same thing over and over again, and just see where we feel about it. Do the first couple of films, see how we gel with the content of Friday the 13th, and see how that works for the commentary series. And there's always talk about doing Lethal Weapon and all that type of stuff. Maybe the first couple of films or the whole franchise. I've never seen the 4th film, but I only have the supposed director's cuts. They're not actually Richard Donner approved cuts of the film, but I have them for the first 3 Lethal Weapons on DVD. So if we do commentaries on those, I'll probably have to track down the theatrical cuts, probably on Blu-ray, to just get the best quality possible, and just have do the commentary to do the most readily available, most widely available versions of the film, in case anyone does want to sync it up with their own copies. They don't have to hunt down the more rare director's cuts, which were only put out on DVD. So that'd be the good thing to go for. So just always changing up, to keep things nice and varied around here. So we'll work it out as we go along, week by week and whatnot. So once we get something up, I'll be posting up on social media. Hey, expect New Nightmare commentary this weekend or something like that. So you'll be, if you hit me up on Twitter, you'll definitely hear about that stuff sooner or later. But right now we've got some Blu-rays. Not too much. It was kind of the thing that because I got so much stuff when I was ordering stuff through my Amazon Prime, and then I had my birthday and everything, so I had a whole bunch of stuff I was ordering. I felt like there's a whole lot more to go through, but I kind of covered it all before with Nighthawks and a Hard Target and all that type of stuff. But I picked up The Edge of 17 off of eBay, which was a brand new copy for a fair amount less than what I was going for in the retail stores and whatnot. And I really enjoyed this film when it came out in theaters. I really kind of wanted to try and see it again, but I never could kind of arrange it with my schedule. So I really felt like I wanted to get the Blu-ray and give it another watch, give it another piece of my time and whatnot to enjoy it further, because I just thought it was a really fresh piece of work. That it's familiar material, but it feels like they did such great poignant type of stuff. It's so well executed with the direction, and all the acting in the film was just wonderful. I thought it was just a really solid piece of work overall. And on Sunday, I picked this up about $10 at Best Buy, because why the hell not? Why not pick up Bad Boys 1 and 2? Kind of think about maybe doing a review on the first film, because I really like it. But it had been quite a few years since I had watched it, so I was a little bit need a refresher before I went off and decided to really do a full-fledged review, just get more familiar with it, and probably go back to it a couple weeks, couple months, see where I want to go for it. But you get this nice, these are mastered in 4K and everything, so they got the best picture possible. The one for Bad Boys 2 got a perfect score on Blu-Ray.com. They're blown away by the quality of it and everything, and so I really loved the first film. The second one's a little is definitely showing his Michael Bay exaggerated over the top qualities with everything involved with it. And it's maybe a little too long of a film, but again, one I haven't watched in quite a few years, so we'll see. We'll see if I decide to go that way, but it was nice because I would often pick this up, and then I sold off a whole, just went to half-price books, just dumped off all the DVDs I didn't need anymore, because I upgraded the Elm Street set, I upgraded the Superman stuff, and a couple other things here and there, so I decided, get this stuff out of here. I started looking at it. I don't need it anymore. They're standard definition DVDs. I've got the Blu-ray upgrades. I just don't need it anymore unless I want to just hold on to it for sentimental value, which means it just sits on the shelf and collects dust for no reason. So there's that. And a little something here, because I finally watched my Laserdisc of The Hunt for Red October, and I was really pleased with how this thing ended up looking and everything. It's a nice, wonderful gatefold on this THX certified remastered digital sound widescreen edition, and I was just like, I just sat down and watched this, and I was just like really impressed with the picture quality and everything. I was just like, one, it's a fantastic film. I absolutely love Hunt for Red October, my favorite Jack Ryan film, and like right before this, I was watching Patriot Games on Amazon Prime HD and everything, so I just had to kind of jump back in the franchise, go back and watch Alec Baldwin and Sean Connery in this fantastic film, and this Laserdisc just looked really, really good. I was really pleased with it, and so it was nice to revisit that film, and I just decided to watch my Terminator THX remastered Laserdisc again, because why the hell not? It's the Terminator. Go ahead and watch it. I was watching it while I was editing the Quantum Leap review, so there you go. And I just really need to get around to watching more of the Laserdiscs that I have, and still trying to track down some titles. I don't really have anything right off the top of my head about what I'm looking for, but I got a wish list up on the Laserdisc database website that I'm hoping to track down some stuff for reasonable prices. I'm not looking for like super rare box sets that can cost $300 or something. Just looking for a couple single titles here and there, but tomorrow I'm going to be going on a bit of a trip here, because I had a urge to do a retrospective on a small little franchise of horror films. It's not really the season for, but who cares? Horror is horror. I have a desire to watch horror films. I want to do these films. But I don't have the Blu-ray of the first film in the franchise. I don't really want to say the name of it, because I don't want to promise something and not deliver if some things don't work out. But I have to go on a trip to someplace, a resale shop, to see if they have the right version of this thing, because I have to get the one with the right special features, which unfortunately the Blu-ray version was a limited edition release about 7 years ago, so good luck. I gotta find the old DVD analog of this thing, and hopefully I can find that it has all the same special features. Then also get the Blu-ray, get the best transfer possible for the review. So I gotta go on a trip for that, and hopefully maybe I'll find the Lethal Weapon stuff for a cheap price and buy that along the way. Maybe, who knows? But so the Superman stuff will be put a little bit off to the side a little bit, because I still intend to do it, but I feel like I do still need a block of days off to kind of work on that, to kind of sit down, watch everything, and just punch it out in like maybe like 2 days or whatnot, and just edit it over the next week or something. But right now I just have like 1 day off at a time. I work, and then I have a couple days. I work for a couple days, then have a day off, go back to work, day off. So it's one of those situations. You can't get a lot of momentum going. If you want to sit down and watch something, it's just a mess. It's complicated. That's all I'm saying. It's like I want to get something done, and things don't work out that day, and then I got to wait like another 2 days to get it done. So it just gets into a mess. So I'm going to try to arrange to maybe work out a schedule or whatnot to get myself a couple of days off to work on that and get that moving forward. So until then, we're focusing on something a little smaller, but still something that I feel like is well overdue for the channel, and well overdue for me to revisit these horror films, which is essentially a trilogy. And so you can work that around your brain, think about that. But commentaries, hopefully next week we'll get back with getting all our schedules aligned properly to work that stuff out. And that's basically all that comes to mind at this point in time, guys. Like I said, a couple of days for the next review, and hopefully from there on we'll get some more regular content pumping out. I don't know what the next film I'm going to be seeing in the theaters really is. It seems like a big month for films, but it's stuff that I'm not too crazy about. So it might not be till May that I see something. I don't know. There's some stuff coming out. Cinemark is doing a couple of re-releases of some films I want to see. I think it's like Clue and maybe like The Princess Bride or something like that. You can check Cinemark's website. They got a video up that says they always have a classic series of movies that they'd run like every Sunday and Wednesday or whatnot. So they should have that listed somewhere on their site. They do it for they post it out for like 6 weeks at a time. So be seeing those. I don't know if I'll do any kind of video update or whatnot on those, but kind of want to maybe do a Clue review at some point, you know. But regards to that, I'm just rambling on now. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in and seeing what's coming up here on the channel. If you have any suggestions for anything for us to cover in the commentary series, love to hear what you are interested in hearing our discussions about. And just keep posting comments and sharing links around, and just enjoying what we have here. So thanks guys, take care, bye bye.